Hi, this is Tony, and we're back on the bench. And this afternoon, I wanted to do a special video on these two pen reels that you see here. So, right here we've got the Penn Senator 2-watt black faceplate edition light tackle reel that Penn offered at first in 1941, around 1941. And this particular reel ran all the way up until about the mid 80s. But the 1-aughts, the 2-aughts, the 3-aught standard Senators were considered light tackle reels, and then in the Senator series, Penn offered the big game reels, which was basically the 4-aughts and up. And then at a certain point in the early 60s, they offered the red face-plated special Senators with the higher gear speed sets and whatnot. But this is the 2-aught standard edition, beautiful reel. It's in great shape. This actually comes out of my personal collection. I've had this a really long time. This was the first Senator that I actually purchased with my own money, and it's a great little reel. But it does share some of the size characteristics, I'd say, of a Penn 66. Basically, and it has that kind of shape and feel to it. So here next to it, one might say that is also a Penn Senator 2-aught. However, it's not. It's a Penn Long Beach Deluxe. And this is a very rare reel. So this predates the Senator series, this reel. So the Long Beach Deluxe is a reel that Penn offered basically starting in 1937. And it had a very short run that only lasted up until about 1941, which is when they started making the Senator series, basically, and the Senator 2 essentially replaced the Long Beach Deluxe, in a nutshell, basically. But as you can see, it's also a very beautiful reel. It says Penn Long Beach Deluxe here on the side. Now, the thing about the Long Beach Deluxe is that it's actually made from German silver components here. If you look closely at the reel seat and the spool, and some of the rings here and stuff, it's made out of German silver. So it's a little different in that regard. You can definitely see the differences in the spools right there. That's just one, minor thing to note. Just at the time in the 30s, that metal was considered top grade metal, German silver, essentially. But Penn, their Long Beach series was very, very popular and very standard for many, many years, as a lot of you may be familiar with. But this reel was kind of their answer to having a heavy-duty Long Beach, really, is what this is. You can see it's got this beautiful etched scene plate here. And, it's just, a gorgeous reel. Now, this particular one actually is stamped on the reel seat 250 yards, and that's how they labeled their line capacity back in that era of pen reels, essentially. But if you put the two side by side, they're very, very close in size. They're very, very similar. A lot of the parts are somewhat interchangeable to an extent. Not all of them, though. So it's basically just a look and a brief tutorial, just looking at these two. Now, if you want to talk about how rare these really are, well, you definitely still see Senator 2s out there on eBay. They pop up. They usually are not cheap if the reel is in good shape. The Long Beach Deluxes, however, I've only seen probably about 3 of these on eBay in my entire life, and they usually go for quite a bit of money. And you know, they just become more and more rare at this point, essentially. So, but what I am going to be doing coming up soon is I'm going to be doing 2 separate videos on both of these reels, and I'm going to be doing a kind of a standard take apart service on both of these, and so I'll be diving a little bit more into some detail, but essentially that's that was the purpose of this video, was just to kind of show you that even though these both look very similar, they're not exactly the same, and that and that the Senator, the legacy of this reel really originates from this reel, is really the thinking, because the Long Beach predates the Senators, and the Senator basically took the torch and ran with it for a really long time with many fishermen over the years. So very, very popular model. So thanks again for watching. This is Tony with Back on the Bench. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.